Hello, welcome to Priscilla's Corner. This is my first video at almost 70 years old, and I had been thinking about this for almost a year. And finally, my daughter said, "Mom, why don't you go ahead and start your YouTube channel?" They said you have a lot to share, and you have several interests that you have educated yourself on, so why not do it now? So I just want to say welcome. This channel is going to focus on baking, which I enjoy immensely. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about parenting tips as well as financial education. Those are the three areas that this channel will be focusing on. And I really want to reach out to millennials and the Gen Z population, as well as the adults, as well as older adults, shall I say, because they've grown up in a different time than we have. So their challenges are a lot different than ours. So I just want to be a support and an encourager for my millennial folks and my Gen Zs. So let's get started. We're going to be making some homemade blueberry muffins with a touch of healthy fat to it, okay? So I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that you joined our channel today. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully weekly. I hope to do this at least once a week on Sundays. We'll be posting videos. So let's get started on making our blueberry muffins. I have all the ingredients laid out here for me. If you see me looking down, it's because my recipe card is here. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to put in a half a cup of oil. And I use canola oil in mine. So we're just going to put a half a cup of our oil in here. We're going to also put in a cup and a half of sugar. Okay. These blueberries are to die for because the blueberries are just so fresh, and as you can see, they're fresh and they've been washed and cleaned, so they're fresh and big and juicy, and I just cannot wait until my neighbor gets to taste these blueberries, and I might keep a couple for myself. All right, next we're going to put in our 2 eggs. We've got 2 eggs we're going to be putting in. So we've got our half a cup of oil, 2.5 cups of sugar, and 2 eggs. And these are our wet ingredients. So we're going to go ahead and kind of stir that up. And we have another secret ingredient that also goes into these homemade muffins as well. So we're going to go ahead and get that. Just stir that a little bit. Get that all stirred up and mixed together. Okay. Baking relaxes me, and I love sharing it. Unfortunately, sometimes I share too much to myself instead of sharing it. So I need to work on that a little bit. All right, now we've got that, and we're going to set that aside. Next, we're going to put in a cup and a half of flour. All right, so we've got our flour over here. I'm going to move that right over here right now. So we've got a cup and a half of flour. All right, and it's all-purpose flour. Just all-purpose flour. That's all we're going to do. Oops. Okay. I'm going to make a mess here. That's what I'm doing, making a mess. Okay, we got 1 cup. All right, and then we're going to do half a cup as well. So half a cup of flour. There we go. Okay, I'll move that over here and get that out of the way. Then the next thing we're going to add is, we're going to add a teaspoon of baking soda, which I already have here in my little cup, measuring cup here. We're going to have a half a teaspoon of salt. And I have a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And then we're just going to mix those together as well. Okay, we're just going to make sure that all these ingredients are mixed well together. Okay, there we go. Just mix, 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 mix. Making sure everything's incorporated here. I'm going to use a spoon just so I can make sure they're all mixed together very well. Okay. Then basically we're just going to kind of fold all of this in. And we still have 4 more ingredients that need to go in our blueberry muffins. But I'm here to tell you, once it's done, so delicious. Okay, we're going to just go ahead and put in our flour mixture. I'm going to go ahead and mix that a little bit up here. Just get that incorporated in here. As I was saying, at first I had some inhibitions about whether or not I wanted to do a YouTube channel. But the more and more I thought about it, I love to leave a legacy for my daughters and maybe grandchildren that they could go back and look at. But also that it might help my millennials and my Gen Zs. And also young parents who are struggling with how raising kids and also finances. All right, we got that mixed in. Let's go ahead and mix the rest of this. Okay, so we got that done. We'll mix it in. You're going to be surprised when you see what else I put in here. That makes it a little bit healthier because it's a healthy fat that we can put in here. Okay, got that mixed in. The next thing we're going to put in here is we're going to use a ½ cup of sour cream. Oh, that sour cream gives it a nice kick. We're just going to add half of this container. This is 8 ounces, so we're going to put in 4 ounces of this cream, okay, of this sour cream. Yep, I think that's good. So we're going to go ahead and mix that in. Mix it in. There we go. Just keep mixing it until it all incorporates. Okay, there we go. Okay, the next ingredient I'm going to put in is one teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That's ½ teaspoon. Okay, that's 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor. Okay, 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor. Okay, we have only 2 more ingredients to add, and then we can pop them in the oven. I bake them in the oven on 350 for 30 minutes. And you might want to check this periodically because you want to see how fast your oven bakes. And every oven is different. So mine's usually bakes within 30 minutes. But you want to definitely check them, you know. Maybe let's say 25 minutes or so into your cooking, baking, you want to check them, okay? My secret ingredient that I haven't shared, and I keep this under the, I don't really share this a whole lot, but anyway, my secret ingredient, which is a healthy fat, is flaxseed. I use flaxseed and chia seeds whenever I can in my recipes. And you're telling me that makes a difference too, because you're getting a little bit of healthy seasoning, healthy ingredients in your muffins, okay? So here we go. We're going to put in our flaxseed. I just use a teaspoon, or you can do a tablespoon. Mine is it's a teaspoon. I put a teaspoon of flaxseed in here. But you can also use a tablespoon, or you can use a ½ tablespoon. It just depends on you and how much flaxseed you like. And then, of course, lastly, we're going to be putting in our scrumptious blueberries that have been washed and rinsed, and they are plump and big, and we're going to go ahead and dump those in our muffin mix, okay? Got our blueberries, got that all mixed up, and you just want to fold them in. Doesn't have to be anything hard or strenuous, just fold them lightly in with the batter. All right, and our batter is done. Now we're ready to go ahead and scoop them in my muffin tins that I already have prepared. So we are good to go. And we're going to go ahead and get that ready for you. So you can also get that done. I'm going to move all this over here on the side so I have some space to work with. And I think I'll clean up my little mess here. Just clean it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. There we go. Okay. So now we're just going to scoop. We're just going to scoop them in our muffin tins. Well, mine aren't really the tins. I have the, these are the, which I've gotten from Amazon actually. They are more like molds. They're not really tins. They're molds. And I tell you, I love these because your muffins pop right out without any problem whatsoever. No sticking, none of that. But I also like to use the decorative muffin papers that I put mine in, particularly if I'm giving them to someone as a gift. So I kind of do that. All right, we're going to go ahead and start scooping our muffin mixture in our muffin paper cups. And I usually do about 2 scoops, and that's usually pretty much enough because they're going to rise. So you don't want to put too much in them. Okay, so I do about 2. All right. This takes a little bit of time to kind of get them in here so they don't be spilling all over the place, because I'm really good for that. I'm good for having the stuff spill. That is me. So, like I said, I bake these for about 30 minutes. And I do check them before to make sure that I'm not over baking them. But like I said, check your oven. You might have to test this a little bit just to make sure you don't over bake them. My second one here. And now we're going to do another set. I usually eat these a lot as for breakfast. I will have this with maybe a muffin with an egg, and also my coffee, of course. My daughters always tell me, they know I love coffee. So I will have my cup of coffee with my muffin. Or sometimes, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I will also have this as a snack. If I just want something, you know, I don't want anything heavy, but I'm just looking for something. It almost tastes like a dessert too, to be honest with you. So I will just sometimes just have a muffin as a little snack. All right, I think we've got our first batch ready to go into the oven. So we're going to go ahead and put this batch in. All right, and then I'll work on the second batch. This batter makes about, I want to say, about 10 good-sized muffins. About 10 good-sized muffins. So we have enough in here to make about 4 more. So I usually go ahead and finish that up. So we're going to put this one aside. And as you can see, I've made a little mess on the side here, but that's okay. We're going to clean that right on up. All right, so let's go ahead and finish the next batch. We're going to put this in, and then we're going to pop these in the oven, and we're going to bake them for 30 minutes. And I'm going to test one for you so you can just see how nice those blueberries are in here and how big they are. And remember, like I said, you can use flax seeds, you can use chia seeds, but that's my way of tricking myself to have something a little bit more healthier. And so I just add those healthy fats, and they are delicious. Okay, a couple more here. And then we should be done and ready to put these in the oven. We're going to let these bake, and then I'm going to come back and show you what they look like after our 30 minutes baking time. Okay, that's 1 scoop for that one. Now we're gonna put in 1 more. Oh, gotta add that blueberry too. Going to make sure we got that blueberry in there. Don't want to lose that. That's really the secret too. These blueberries and the flaxseed all makes a huge difference. Okay, 1 more scoop for that. Actually, it looks like I might have enough for 5 more muffins. So we're going to add the rest of this, and then we should be done. And then I'll go ahead and put this in the oven. I want to say I thank you so much for joining me today. It's such a pleasure to have you as my guest in my kitchen. I wanted to also share with you too that my videos will also be focusing on how we can encourage each other and be positive with one another. So someone once said to me that people may not remember what you say or what you did, but they will remember how you made them feel. And on this channel, the goal is to encourage each other to be kind to one another, whatever that might mean. Make someone feel great today. We can make someone feel great today. So think of some ways you can be kind, because you know what? It doesn't cost us anything to be kind to one another. Okay? Thanks so much. Now listen, I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven so we don't have to wait any longer. Okay, we got the one in. Now we're going to put our second one in. Okay. And I will see you in about 30 minutes. Now our muffins are ready, and we're about ready to see if we can taste one and see how it turned out. Okay, let me just grab them. We're going to take them out the oven right now. Oh, they look exactly how they need to look. Let's get the other one out. Now, of course, you want to let these cool. Of course, you want to let them cool off. And before you want to put them on a cooling rack, and I just take them out and put them on a cooling rack here. Okay, and look at those. Oh my goodness, look at those. So we're going to put them out on a cooling rack and let them cool for about 15 or 20 minutes. And of course, as I told you, that most of these are for my neighbor. So I will be sharing most of my blueberry muffins, I should say, with her. But I definitely want to try one for you so you can see that these are delicious muffins. So we've got them on our tray and we've got them cooling. And we're going to be giving our neighbor, I would say, most of these muffins. And I will just have 2. So let's go ahead and do a test run of see how these muffins taste. Oh, I'm peeling the paper off here. We're just going to give it a quick taste. Oh, I guess I should get a knife so I can cut it, okay? Here we go. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at those blueberries just popping out of there. Let's just give this a quick taste. Okay? I couldn't even wait. They're so hot. But I'm going to taste them anyway. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. 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 I'm here to tell you, the blueberries are absolutely scrumptious. You must try this recipe. Okay? One more bite. mm. Mm. Absolutely. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Absolutely delicious. One of the things I like to do too, I put them in a little serving box that I deliver to friends and neighbors. And basically, it's just a little gift box that you can sit your muffins in. And they just look really nice. And of course, I put them in the box and deliver them to my neighbor. And then I put my little baking with Priscilla. And it says, just for you, baking with Priscilla. I just want to say thank you again for joining me. Thank you for coming to Priscilla's Corner, my first video. I look forward to seeing you every week, I hope, okay? And just remember something. As I said earlier, kindness doesn't cost us anything to be kind to one another. And remember, people may not remember what you did. They may not remember what you said. But they've always said to me, they remember how you made them feel. Let's make someone feel special today, okay? Thanks again for joining me. Look forward to seeing you again. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next week as we continue to do our baking together. All right? We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.